time for a new piece today.
Time for a new piece, yep.
Yep. We're going Jazzy, Study in Latin by Kerin Bailey.
Got the right glasses, yep.
Right glasses, that's a good start.
It is, yeah.
Cool. So we will tackle it separate hands first.
Okay.
And we will check out your right hand first.
I've got the right glasses, right?
I don't know. Are they the right glasses?
Yeah, yeah. It's just they're looking particularly fuzzy at the moment.
Oh, have you cleaned them?
Possibly not. We'll do it later. Right, okay.
Okay, cool. And what I might do actually is just pop the music up just to get familiar with that for a wee bit. Okay. Now just sort of looking at that right hand through, those first two chords, what are the intervals?
So this one and this one, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, the first one looks like it's a fifth.
Yep.
And the second one looks like it's a fifth too.
Exactly. Good. And the first...
Except that they're upper semitone, I think.
Excellent.
Yeah,
very good.
Yeah.
And the first two notes of bar two?
They look like they're a fifth. And
yep. Very good.
Both fifths as well, yeah.
Yeah. And the first two notes of bar three?
Fifth on the left hand.
Yeah. And right hand too?
That's a fifth too.
It's a fifth. Right, yeah. Cool. Just sort of keep that in mind for you.
Okay. So there's all fifths, right?
Well, there's a lot of fifths in it. Yeah.
Right, okay.
And if we have a look at the second bar, your right hand.
Yeah.
First thing I should mention too is check your key signature.
What's this C?
Really important.
Oh, no, that's
your time signature.
So that means 4/4, doesn't it? That's another sound 4/4, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, well it's got
for common time.
It's got a sharp and it looks like it's in fifth sharp, it's always an F, so it's F. So that means it's in the key of G. The key of F's got flats in it. G?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Last sharp, go up semitone. Boom.
Right.
G major. Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So, looking at that pattern in the second bar, you've got your F sharp. We worked out you were dropping a fifth. So that would take you down to what?
Sorry, dropping a fifth?
So you're basically your second note in that bar. You dropped a fifth.
Oh, sorry, you're talking
F
about
sharp.
second bar. Sorry, right,
Yep.
yeah, sorry, okay, yeah. Right, okay, so we're starting on an F, so it'll be F sharp, and we're dropping a fifth,
Yep.
must be a B.
Cool. And if you look at that pattern, boom, 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 going
So
up.
that's what you call it a skip?
I would call that a skip.
Yeah, so it's
indeed.
a gap. So it's an interval of is it a 2 or a 3?
Skips will be thirds.
Thirds, right.
Yep. And let's just play those notes actually.
Okay. So fourth finger on F. So that's that. So
F sharp.
yeah.
Yep. And then your skips apart.
Actually, just a bit of interest. When you see it like that, should your fingers be resting on the sharp all the time, or should you just if a sharp or a flat is in the key signature, should that be where you naturally rest your finger, or should you just actually have your fingers on the white keys and know that you need to move it up when you're playing those?
In this instance, I'd be lurking where possible.
You'd have it on it.
Around that sharp. Yep.
Right, okay.
Yep. Especially in that bar because you've got to play it 3 times. So your finger's going to be there over it. Okay, so you've got to drop down to your B. Yep.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yep,
Oh,
yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay.
So B, 2 for your D, 4 for your F sharp.
Right.
Cool.
What's it going to get?
Very good. Cool.
Yeah.
And that actually makes up what we call the tonic triad of B minor. The first, the third, the fifth note of the scale.
So it's a G major scale with an F sharp and it's a B.
That happens to be a B minor chord because it starts on the B.
Oh.
Yep.
All right, okay.
Cool. Good.
So it's got nothing to do with the key signature then, right? Okay.
Yes and no. Has F sharp, yes. Getting really carried away. It's called 3 of G major because it's built on the 3rd degree of the scale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is a relation back to the scale. Then. That's all right. That's what I was really after. Right.
Getting further,
Right. Okay.
further away. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, have a look at that 3rd bar.
Well, I'm assuming that it's basically just dropping everything down by one.
It is very good.
So it's probably. Except that that one there needs to be third at that point.
That's right, because you want to get back to your 4th finger for your F sharp.
So hang on a second. So if I do that. 4th.
Then go to 3. Yep.
Well, that's a weird thing. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Yep. And F sharp. Nothing of that B minor. Good. Yep. Cool. Okay. Well done. We're going to go back to the first bar. I did things slightly out of order.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So down there we are looking at G. So it's going to be that G. No, it's not G. It's E.
E. Yep.
So it's going to be. I presume you do it just in a 5th degree like that.
Well, in this instance, because you're going up a semitone in the next chord,
Yeah.
they've suggested 1 and 4, which means you can get next door notes, literally, 2nd finger up to your A sharp, and your little finger, E sharp, which will be your F. And that's your 2 sharps, the A sharp and the E sharp on that 2nd chord. So you've got that going to that.
Oh, right. So E sharp is actually F. Right. Okay.
Yeah, E sharp is F.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because
Yeah.
it's going up.
Because it doesn't have a black key beside it. Well, on the upper side of it.
Yeah. So it's your semitone.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. That's right.
Well, that's tricky, isn't it? That's got a trick in the second
Oh,
second part of the first bar.
I know. Tell you, E sharps and B sharps.
Problems.
Well, yes and no, but yeah, they're not black keys.
Right.
Okay, so
Okay, so I'm starting with.
you're starting with 1 and 4.
1 and 4.
Yep.
So
So you've
that's
got
one.
your
That's one there.
interval of a 5th, but you're starting 1 and 4,
Yeah.
and that's so you can get that smooth. Cool. Now you're going to head up to your 4th finger for that F sharp.
Which is currently there.
Yep.
Needs
So
to go
just
to.
just shift. Yep. And we've got that tonic triad. And hold the tie. Now
There's
3rd
it,
finger. This is just to help keep it smooth. So 3's in for your E rather. Yep. Get your 3rd finger in. Cool. Back to your F sharp there. Very good. Keep going. Next line.
Oh, right. Hang on. So that's going to just go up to. There.
You're actually in position.
Oh.
Go for your 3rd finger for that one.
So 3rd finger where I'm at, right?
So your last note there was F sharp.
Yeah.
Your next one on the 2nd line is heading to your 3rd finger, which will just be on your E.
Right. Okay.
Yep. So E
Yeah, it must be.
down to your C. So 3
Oh,
1.
sorry. Oh, sorry. Right.
Now 3 and 5 are right where you want them.
Yeah.
You don't have to shift. So 3, go for your little finger there.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Cool.
So it's
And then your bottom one in that chord
goes down one.
goes down one. Very good.
And there's no sharp for anything on there. I need to worry about it, isn't there?
Nope. Okay, now let's just have a bit of a look ahead.
And then I've got to get my 3rd finger up to.
Get your 3rd finger
G.
G. Very good. Which is currently where your
Yeah,
little finger is. Yep.
So I get. Hang on.
So up my step. Okay, now let's have a look at that bar.
Yeah.
And what do you notice about the patterning?
Well, my 5th finger's in the right spot, and it seems pretty similar to something I've seen before, I think.
Yeah.
So presumably it's.
Yeah, I'll do 4 on F sharp all the way, on A. So 4, 1, 2, 4.
So you think I want to be there then?
Yep. And then down to your thumb.
Which are we there, right?
So there, yep. And go right down to your thumb for that one. So you're going to drop to your thumb first. Good. Yep. And then this one, that bar is the same as the second bar in that line.
So move everything up, what?
You won't need to move. Little fingers right where you want it. And go for your thumb for that one.
All right, so you do move this thumb, but not the hand right here.
Oh, sure, yeah. Yep.
And then once we do the fourth finger now.
Yep. Good. We're gonna we'll do one more bar. And from there, just check your chord.
It says fifth finger and second finger, so that's what I did.
Yeah. You've got the right interval. You're just on the wrong notes. That's all.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm on C and I should be on D, so I should be...
Yeah. Yep.
And
then your next chord is nice and easy.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So that's F9, F13, stuff beside it.
Right. Those are your chord indications. So, if I scoot back up to the top. So, say if we look in there, G major 7.
Yeah.
So it's now I'm going to retrace back to what I said there.
Yeah.
And there, it was the B, D, F sharp, which, excluding everything else, ignoring anything in your left hand, that's a B minor chord.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's the discussion we had where I was saying it was not F and G and things.
Right.
Okay. Yep,
Okay.
Yep. So B minor chord, yeah.
Now,
but it was the third one in G, you said. Third one in key of G. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Right.
Now, we're going to check out your left hand as well, because that will also have a bearing on the chord, which is why we get G major 7. Because it's a chord, just flip that back to get the overhead view. It is a chord based on G.
Yeah.
So G major would actually be your tonic chord. And it's got a major 7th above the bass note. So that's where you get G major 7
Okay.
from. So there's a G and a D in the bass, and you're doing that in your right hand. So everything together, your left and your right hand, makes a G7, G major 7 chord.
Oh, okay. Just for that one note?
For all of that bar, because it's all based on that.
All right.
Yep. For ease of learning purposes and just sort of keeping in your mind, that little pattern, again, if we're excluding left
Bass,
hand,
yeah.
that if you were playing a B minor scale, those would be the notes you'd have in it.
Right.
Okay, so right hand alone, that is effectively B minor chord.
Yeah.
Because we've got the bass with it, in the context of this piece, it's a G major 7.
Right, okay.
And likewise for the F major 7, we've got an F major chord with the major 7th, which is an E. You always take it from the bass note.
Right, okay.
So F to E is a major 7th. That's your F major chord with a major 7th. So that's how they're describing the chords, the notes in that bar which make up that chord.
Right.
Yeah.
Why are they describing them like that?
Because well, it's useful to know. But also, for instance, in some pieces, you might just have, say, the melody, you give it, and then you'd have the chord indications, but you wouldn't have anything else written.
So you need to know that you need to put the left hand on like that.
You'd need to know the notes involved in the chord in order to play the left hand, or add any extra notes in the right hand to sort of flesh out your harmonies. Yeah.
Okay. Is that just laziness on the part of the composer?
No,
They want to do it basically?
No. It's quite common in jazz music. You'll only have the melody. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Because a lot of it's improvisational.
So you improvise on the left hand, but you play on the right, do you?
Yeah. Well, you could improvise the right as well in places, but you might just have a melody and the chord indications with it, and then you'd be off and running.
So I should try and actually pay attention and try and remember these then.
Wouldn't hurt to just keep an eye on them, just as something that's useful to know. Okay. Yeah. Right. Cool. Okay, so let's check out your left hand of that first bit.
Right.
Back to there.
Okay, well, it starts with C.
And they're very easy.
But except that's going to be natural.
That is natural, yep.
And that is F.
Yep.
Oh, yes, it's because it's natural, right? Yes. So
yeah.
And then we go to...
Up a semitone. And then you
up
go
another
up
semitone.
a semitone. And same chord.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you go back down again.
Yep. Very good. And you go up again.
And then we do...
just your thumb.
To there.
Nope. Keep it where it is.
Oh, hang on. What was it? Oh,
Yeah.
because it was already on D, was it?
Yeah, it's already on D.
Already on D,
It's
right.
already on D.
Okay, I thought it was on C, right. Yeah, okay.
Yep. Okay, now your next chord. What's your interval?
Oh, that's looking big. That's probably a seventh.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yep. Line, wide apart.
Yeah.
It's a seventh. Yep.
And it's got to go to something which is natural. So I'm guessing that's the F there.
Very good.
So that's going to go to F, and it's
Yep.
going to be 7, which will be about that actually.
Close. That one. Yep.
Okay, so that's right. Yes, okay.
Good. Let's keep going. Left hand.
And then I'll go into a fifth on C.
Good.
Oh, something's
And
wrong
you
there.
hear something sounds fishy. Yeah, very good. You F sharp. And then you have... Great. Cool.
Yep.
Okay, very good. Let's try just putting a little bit of that together. How about first 3 bars?
Okay.
Oh, pressure.
I think I can probably get the first bar right.
I think you probably could as well.
Yeah, so, except it's got the wrong funny finger, isn't it? So it's going to go with there, and we're going 4th finger there, so it's going to
Go for your E natural. That one.
Oh, yes, it's not F.
Isn't it a cool chord?
It does sound pretty good, actually, yeah.
All right. Then
And then,
now your right hand won't move as such. You're going to be 2 and 5 in the upper semitone.
So it's going to go to that and that.
And your
it's
left
gonna
hand will just shunt into the black key.
Something sounds wrong there. What's wrong there?
It's nice and dramatic, but wrong.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, I quite liked your chord too. Woo! Okay, then.
Thanks. So that was... So I've got the right... So it's...
Yep. And you could, I reckon, your left hand, you could just go up 5-1, 5-1 if you want. So your left hand, you can do 5 and 1 and then 5 and 1.
Hang on, I'm off. So it's that.
Yep.
5 and 1.
Just-
One's the thumb, isn't it?
Yep.
So 5 and 1, then 5 and what?
Just shift up. Yep. And then shift up again for your next bar. Yep. There will be pedal, so you'll be able to cover any gaps. Yep.
Right. Okay. Oh, it just said pedal. Yes, okay, right. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so that was the first bar sort of done, yeah?
Yep. Alrighty. Now, you're going to hit up 4 for your F sharp, for your right hand. Think of that B on the bottom there. You've got skips. That's looking good. Good. And we're just watching that time in the middle. So you've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
So it's 1 and 2, 1 and
2
1 and 2
and 3
3 and 4
and good. And the nice thing about it is your left hand,
doesn't have to move.
nope, doesn't have to move, and
Well,
it just plays again when you do that
Right,
tight
yeah,
note.
which it didn't at that point, but do it. So, and 1 and 2 and
3
and 4
and cool. Let's try one more bar.
it's going to be
Goes down.
down.
Yep. 3's good to go for your E.
Oh, that's a 3. It looks like a 9. Oh, right.
I'd be a bit worried if you had 9 fingers on one hand. So more skips. If you want to keep 3 there, rather than change, if you want to keep 3 there, I'll put them in brackets. Because your hand's quite large, and you can probably do that.
Right.
So rather than changing to 4 in there, you could just stay on 3.
That's 3. Okay.
Yep.
So,
That's fine. Cool.
Right.
I just want to intro the next bit.
Right.
You can definitely do those first 2 lines together.
yep, okay.
Second 2 lines are a wee bit harder, but not ridiculously so. Let's check out your right hand in line 3. Yeah.
So it's going to be
We'll
first
go-
finger there, second finger on A, which is where it is. So it's a standard 5-finger position, that first one.
Good.
Except on,
Yeah. Just 5 and 2, 1 and 4. Very good. Okay. Now I'm going to think of my key signature. We've got F sharp lurking in there.
yeah, so I'm going to need to go
So
to
just,
that.
just lift and shift.
Oh, it says third finger,
Third
doesn't
finger.
it?
Yep.
So we'll do.
Yep. So you're heading down to your D.
Oh,
Yep. Now F natural.
second finger.
Yep. Bunch up your 4th finger for the G next door. Back to F natural because that natural lasts
Yes,
through the
for the
bar.
bar, yeah.
Yep. Next bar. Bring in 3 for your E natural because you're going to need 2 in a minute.
Sorry.
So that second E, you're going to play with your 3rd finger.
So, yeah, so I started with
So you started with 2.
2 on there.
Go to 1. Bring 3 in for your E. Then
From
you go
E,
back
so
to your
right to
back
there.
to E there. Cool. And the reason for that is you want your 2nd finger for your E flat. Cool.
And then I want my 4th finger on
4
F.
for your F natural. And then
Second finger on.
2nd finger for your E flat still. Because that flat lasts through the bar.
Right.
Yep. Cool. Now it gets a little bit more shifty. So your 3rd finger is nicely lined up for your E in there. And your thumb is down on your B. Very good. So you've got that. And you want to head up to
Must be A.
A. Yep. Now lift your whole hand.
I'm going to have to. I can't
Yeah, don't think of trying to twist
Yeah.
a finger over. Literally.
Some have to go to
whee. Yep.
I'm going to need a pedal for that one, aren't I?
And 5 is good to go.
Right. Okay.
Cool. Just try that one more time.
So we're starting down here with
So-
third finger on E.
E, very good.
Third finger on E.
Yep.
And I'm doing
There, cool.
then fifth finger on, must be A.
A, very good.
Then I'm doing
Lift
left
your
and
whole hand,
shift.
lift and shift.
And I'm going to there.
Yep, very good.
Right. Well, that's tricky. It's the first time I think I've done one of those in the middle of a thing.
Yeah, I don't think I've had to shift quite as much as that.
No.
Same deal for the last line. Exactly the same pattern, but compare your starting chord there with your starting chord
Down
there.
one.
It's a down one. Yep. So do exactly the same thing.
So we're going to start
Down one.
there, but we're starting with our third finger
Third
on
finger,
there. And that's going to be, must be there.
Yep.
And a G for
That's
the...
good. Yep.
And then
Lift and
I've
shift.
shifted.
Very good.
Right, yep.
And then
That one there's up
ditto.
again.
Yep. You go
So it's back down
back
to
to the
there
first
again.
one.
So it's
Almost. Let's go for your bottom and bottom. Yep. What's your interval? For the
4.
4. Yep.
And that's
That's right.
A.
Yep. A.
And then it's
Lift
after
and
shift.
shift. Almost. Just up one more up to your E and your A there.
Oh, that's E.
That's
Oh,
it.
right.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Ah, right. Yes, okay.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy to get them a bit mixed up, but yep, that's cool.
Yep.
Good. And then your last chords.
Heading back down to something like about, it says 1 and 4, so. And then it's sharps.
Then they're both sharps. So you are literally,
That's a bit cack-handed, but okay.
well, we can do a different fingering if you want.
I'm not sure what.
You could do 1 and 3.
Can I just do that? Because it's pedal.
Yep. Probably better to keep your right hand as smooth as you can.
Okay.
Sing that's melody. You could do 1 and 3.
1 and 3.
You could try 1 and 3, 2, 4, which I personally don't like. It's not great for my
So
hand.
we're still talking about that, and
Yep.
then that, right?
And then that. But
Yeah.
you could do 1, 4, 2, 5. Is that
1,
really
4.
objectionable to you?
1, 4.
1, 4, 2, 5. How easy is it for your fourth finger to fit up a little higher? Is that doable? Uncomfortable.
A little bit.
Okay.
Oh, so I'm gonna have to, I'm not sure what's going on. Hay fever or something?
Okay, let's do this. We'll go 1, 3, 1, 4. Let's try that. So 1, 3, 1, 4, and then you do 1, 5. 5, 1.
So doing 1, 3.
So 1, 3.
So it's
So third finger there. Yep.
then
Then
doing 1, 4.
1, 4. So thumb that one.
That seems comfortable.
That's all right. Yep, good. So it'd be 1. Yep. So 1, 3.
1, 3.
Then you're gonna go 4 and 1. So your thumb just shifts
Yeah,
up.
okay. Yeah, that seems comfortable enough.
And you can either do 2, 5, or you can go 5, 1. Might be
You mean
easier
for the last one then?
Yeah, for the last one. 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5.
And 1's going to be there, isn't it? Is that
Yep.
right?
Or 2, whichever you prefer.
And fifth finger's going to be there.
Yep.
Okay, well that, I don't like compressing my fingers.
Don't like
that's
that,
not,
so we'll go for 2. There we go.
So we're doing 5 and 2.
Yep. Cool. Good.
Right, yeah.
One more little bit to look at. You'll be fine with those chords because they're all fifths. We're just going to have a look at this little sequence in here.
Yep.
Let's get your first chord, and then the other ones are super easy to get once you've got your first one.
Okay, well that must be a B going to A.
Okay.
Is that what you're doing?
Yep.
So we're doing B and B going to an A. Must be that and that.
Yes, just up an octave.
Ah, okay. So we'll do that.
Okay, so B on the bottom.
Oh.
A on top. So you've got your 7th.
Right. Okay,
Yep.
so 7th, yeah.
Cool. Now, they're 2 white keys, yeah?
Yep.
Drop down a semitone to 2 black keys. Drop down a semitone to 2 white keys. Drop down a semitone to 2 black keys. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
So you've got that 7th interval, which is just going to
Just stepping down.
drop.
Stepping down, yeah.
Yep.
Stepping.
Yep.
Yep, okay.
And then you're in for, so your bass will drop down another semitone. That'll go down to your G.
So it's going to go down to there.
Yep.
And, that's
And then
going
you just
down
kick
to-
in for the fifths.
Right, yeah.
Yep. Yep. That's right. Yep. And then here,
And then sharps.
I'll let you get away with doing the
Excuse me.
5 and 1 all the way for there.
It doesn't say not to do anything. 5 and 1. Just.
Yeah, no, that's right. That's fine. Yeah.
Right.
You can,
That's the last one, yeah.
you can do that. Yep. Cool. So that little bit in there, just keep it on the time, play with some pedal. So that sounds quite cool. And then pedal through all those. And then you're back to those guys.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
So pedal we'll add in later. We'll just get the nuts and
Get the
bolts of
nuts
it
right. Yeah, okay.
first. Yeah.
That's cool. Thank you.
Cool. Very good. Yeah.
All right.
Well done.
So is it? Yeah,
Yes,
must
it
be.
is.
Yep.
Yep.
Alrighty. Lovely. All
Good
right.
stuff.
Thank you.
Cool.